Each year, millions of people flock to our shores to experience the beauty and majesty of our ocean and marine environments. In fact, here in Florida, our beaches and coastal areas are some of the most sought after in the world for fishing, boating, or just plain relaxation and enjoyment. But too often, we take these fragile environments for granted when we should be more sensitive to how susceptible they are to misuse and man's carelessness. Even sharks, the oldest and seemingly hardiest of predators in the ocean, are not immune. Sharks are fascinating creatures, essential to the balance of nature in the undersea world, with a history going back millions of years. Their study has resulted in scientific advances, from insights into marine ecosystems to possible treatments for cancer. But shark populations have been in decline around the world. Most reports credit overfishing. But recent scientific studies reveal a much more subtle, but nevertheless devastating threat: man-made pollution of their habitat. Some pollution is visible. It's all too common to find sharks entangled in discarded fishing line or other plastic materials, resulting in deep and often debilitating cuts to their skin. Other threats can be invisible, such as chemical pollution, where the impact can alter physical development and reproduction, causing potentially long-lasting damage to the species. Scientists believe sharks may actually be at greater risk from these threats than other marine life. Like most predators in nature, sharks are at the top of the food chain and live long lives. As a result, they can accumulate much larger amounts of chemical pollutants in their bodies over time. The Greenland shark is one example. This large and understudied deep-water species is commonly found in the North Atlantic.
Greenland sharks have among the highest contaminant concentrations of any ocean organism, and by contaminants I mean chemicals like PCBs, DDT, and mercury, but also some of the newer brominated and fluorinated compounds that become a point of concern. This isn't surprising. The Greenland shark feeds at the top of a food web, so the process of biomagnification results in high concentrations of these chemicals. What is surprising is that the Greenland shark lives in very remote environments, such as the Arctic and deep sea ocean, which you normally don't associate with high contaminant levels. What this shows us is that contaminants are a global problem. So we may think of contaminants as a local or regional issue, and we may act on that, but we have to be thinking globally. The things that we do and use here affect the entire planet.
Scientists have discovered that contaminants can also build up in young or small sharks due to the fact that estuaries and bays, where the sharks breed, are often in coastal areas, which are most impacted by human pollution.
Researchers at Mote Marine Laboratory Center for Shark Research have observed that shark populations that live near highly populated areas accumulate elevated concentrations of human pollutants. We're now interested in determining if bull sharks that live in freshwater habitats are exposed to potentially harmful human pharmaceuticals that enter rivers through wastewater discharge. Bull sharks are the only species of sharks that live in freshwater habitats for extended periods of time, especially early in their life. Their proximity to human populations puts them at greater risk of being exposed to human pollutants than most other shark species. We've observed the presence of human pharmaceuticals in bull sharks that live in freshwater habitats that are impacted by wastewater discharge.
So while coastal bays and estuaries will continue to be a prime attraction, we all need to adapt a higher sensitivity to the impact human carelessness can have on these fragile environments. Even though shark populations are likely to continue to experience decline in the near term, there are things we can do to reduce their exposure to marine debris and chemical pollutants, doing our part to protect one of the most ancient and fascinating creatures on Earth. For one thing, we can adopt a green lifestyle by using non-toxic household products and by recycling non-degradable products and properly disposing of hazardous chemicals to keep them out of the aquatic ecosystems. We also need to support legislation, agencies, and programs that are committed to protecting ocean resources for future generations. And we can all become smarter by learning about shark research and supporting future studies. A perfect place to start is a visit to Mote Marine Laboratory and Aquarium while you're visiting Sarasota. If you can't come in person, make a virtual visit at www.mote.org. Pollution is a problem we create, and we can all become part of the solution.